presidential campaign a former U.S. Navy officer named Steve Bannon, whose meteoric rise through the business and banking worlds is credited by his near single-minded devotion to Sun Tzu's 5th-century military treatise Art of War, whose governing precept is, "All warfare is based on deception." Once taking control of Trump's presidential campaign, Bannon became aware that the Obama regime was spying on Trump and his associates while at the same time leaking this secret information to the U.S. mainstream propaganda media, with his, Bannon's, greatest fears being that Trump's extensive ties with China was the greatest danger to derailing his campaign. Using the art of war precept, even though you are competent, appear incompetent; though effective, appear ineffective. However, Bannon, in an effort to keep concealed Trump's extensive ties with China prior to the election, embarked on a deliberate misinformation campaign suggesting/misleading the deep state-aligned mainstream propaganda media into believing Trump had ties with Russia instead, a misdirection U.S. journalists were highly susceptible to, as recently revealed in a study conducted by neuroscientist Tara Swift in the London Press Club that determined the highest functions of journalists' brains were operating at a lower level than the average population, due to dehydration, self-medicating, and fueling their brains with caffeine and high-sugar foods. In Bannon, knowing that any investigation into Trump's ties with Russia would show nothing because they have never existed, he and his White House associates have, nevertheless, continued a steady stream of suggestive leaks to the U.S. mainstream propaganda media, fueling the fake news Russian hysteria meme that only abated yesterday when Bannon and his closest aides left Washington, D.C. with President Trump on an international travel trip. So masterful, in fact, has Bannon's Russian hysteria meme been in misdirecting the mind-addled, unable to think clearly, confused, U.S. mainstream propaganda media. This past week he was even able to get them to praise the appointment of former FBI Director Robert Mueller to investigate Trump's supposed Russian ties that was accomplished with help from China and Mueller's global law